I prefer one continuous storyline for Power Rangers, and I want Ninja Steel to be a part of that continuous storyline. Heck, maybe... So it begins. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and honestly, I thought I'd be making this video a few weeks from now. But Saban Brands must have realized that my birthday is just around the corner and decided to give me an early present, debuting Power Rangers Ninja Steel on January 21st. So, with this off-season ending in what feels like the blink of an eye, it's time to take a look at my hopes for Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Number 1. Mainline continuity. I didn't think this would ever be a serious concern going into a Power Rangers season, with every other season of Power Rangers pretty much, at the very least, not doing anything to disqualify itself from the continuity of other seasons. Well, except for RPM, I guess, but I mean, even that managed to get written back in later. And it was dealing with a premise, the apocalypse, that doesn't play too well with other continuity. But Dino Charge, especially Supercharge, became the first seasons to have perfectly ordinary premises, but hammer home at the end that they were part of a separate continuity. Separate continuity stories are fine every once in a while, but I don't want them becoming the norm for Power Rangers. I prefer one continuous ongoing storyline, and I want Ninja Steel to be a part of that storyline. Heck, maybe it can even fix some of the issues with Dino Charge by explaining its other dimensional qualities and rope it back into this timeline. Number 2. Serious tone. I have mentioned once or twice how much I hated Ninja's comedy, right? How juvenile and slapstick it was. How the show would try to make you laugh by hitting the White Ranger over the head with a gold pan, or having the Red Ranger yell really loud instead of doing things that were actually clever. I have mentioned that, right? Here's the thing. Dino Charge started doing the same thing. The very last moment of Supercharge is a pie-in-the-face joke. I'm just concerned that the producers of Power Rangers saw the Sentai footage of Ninja with all of its slapstick and thought that it somehow fits even more, though that doesn't make sense if you think about it, and decided to amp it up for Ninja Steel. Please give Ninja Steel a more serious tone. Not completely serious, I realize it's a kid's show, comic relief is a thing, etc. Just give it some more serious tones, make the humor in the show actually clever, and maybe make the villains just a little bit scary? Number 3. Creative direction. This is one that I'm not really worried about because Dino Charge did a good job with it, and from what we've seen so far, Ninja Steel's going in a similar direction, but I just really want Ninja Steel to have its own creative story that doesn't lean too heavily on the Sentai. Listen, just because we have the whole original intergalactic game show Warriors thing doesn't mean that the Ninja School students' plots from the Ninja can't still be recycled. Just keep the show very creative and on its own plot direction. Number 4. Integrate with the movie. I don't mean directly, but that was a rumor for a while, that the movie would start with the Dino Charge Rangers fighting Scorpina before she escaped through time. I just mean that these two properties need to work together and point at each other. I would love to see a trailer for Power Rangers Ninja Steel before the movie, though really the onus is going to be on the show to promote the movie. Show trailers, special features, interviews with the cast. Really, they just need to do creative marketing that has these two properties pointing people at each other. Number 5. Set up for the 25th. Now, this one is inspired by stuff that's been rumored, if not confirmed recently, as Red Ranger actor Will Shufelt recently said that the second season of Ninja Steel, Ninja Super Steel, is going to feature cameos from past Rangers, which would help satisfy that main continuity thing that I asked for before. I won't go as far yet as calling that confirmed. He could be mistaken. It could be something they change their minds on later. I'm gonna hold off on that for now. But if that is going to happen, then this season needs to set up for it. Part of that is establishing this is the main continuity, like I said before, but also pepper in some references to other seasons and other Rangers. Mainly just set up the possibility that there have been other Rangers before. That way, if it happens next season, it won't seem sudden. If it seems sudden, it's also going to feel cheap, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. Well, short and sweet. This feels like one of my more concise videos, but I guess it was pretty easy to put what I want for Ninja Steel into words. And that is going to wrap up the 2016-2017 offseason. It was another rocky one, starting right around the holidays and thus getting off to kind of a slow start, but we made it here together. It is finally time to say these words. Let's take a look at what happens in the first episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Return of the Prism. Redbot and a young teen named Brody escape to Earth from an alien spaceship with a special artifact called the Ninja Nexus Prism. He and his two new friends, Preston and Sarah, must unlock its secrets to defend it from the villainous champion, Galvanax. Thanks so much for watching this last Power Rangers Off-Season 2017 video, and I also really appreciate you guys sticking with me as I got the schedule figured out and videos posted. I'm hoping to see all of you come along with me as I start Season 4 of Power Rangers Episode Reviews, Ninja Steel. Make sure to like the video by clicking the like button right down below. Let me know your biggest hope for Ninja Steel down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel to see all the Weekly Geekly. Also make sure you ring that bell so that you're getting notified of new videos. And as I say every week, if you happen to have a couple of dollars lying around you don't have anything else to do with, head over to my channel page and hit that blue support button, and I would really appreciate it. I'll see you heroes all next time with my review of Return of the Prism. Until then, may the power protect you. Early on. However, making the disaster at the start of Go Busters the events of RPM is a genius touch because it fits in both with Power Rangers continuity as well as the source footage. This film did a great job of matching locations and film footage throughout the movie. I didn't mention this during the plot summary, but in the scene where Anna and David first fight the spammers, they enter that building in film footage, and the transition to the Sentai footage when they morph is actually surprisingly seamless. That was a very well-chosen location for that shot. And throughout the movie, the transition from film footage to Sentai footage actually is pretty good and believable, at least as far as location. More on this in a second. And the absolute star of this film to me